Guess where I'm at? I am at the I-95. Can you say I-95? Don't get it twisted. It may look like it's on the move right now, but up ahead there is stopping to come. Stopping to come. Oh, come on, G-Wagon. Come on, G-Wagon. Oh, man. Oh, I'm trying. I'm working on it, guys. Ooh, this is why I do not like to take the I-95. Although, there has been some times late or early in the morning where it's not as congested. I don't know why these people are stopped over here. Do they have a fender bender? Fender bender? It says stay in your lane. I should get a shirt that says stay in your lane. That'd be kind of cool. Although there is traffic from all kinds of different directions. All kinds. Oh, mercy. Well, hopefully I passed up a little bit of traffic. I don't think so, because I was in that median for a little bit. Oh, man. You know how traffic is kind of beautiful, in a way? Like, yes, it's like chaotic, but if you look at it from a bird's eye view, the cars have their certain masses, and they start to make a pattern. But from down here, it doesn't really look like a pattern. But like from far away, you can start to see especially the chain reaction butterfly effects of when one person brakes and the next one brakes. It's kind of beautiful in a way. Over here to the right is Midtown, and there are all kinds of art pieces over there, whether it's painted or some sculptures over there. Alright, I don't know if that did anything, but I have an exit like about 4 exits away from here. But if you're talking 4 exits, that's quite a bit. I should do a music video over here. I don't know if I'll be able to. I don't know if I'll have to pay the people that did the art behind me or what, but maybe since it's outside, it's fair game. You never know. Oh, this Maserati has yellow candy paint, and it also has the racing stripes. That is beautiful, but not impressed. Not impressed. I don't know where I get that finger wagging from. Alright, got this black Beamer on the right side. I may have time to take a drink of something. Okay. So it's not a bumper sticker, but you know those raised or embossed metal stickers? It almost looks like the person ahead was in either the Airborne or something like that. Good thing I'm not going to Miami Beach, although that may be a good time right there. Oh man, this is brutal. If I can stay off of the highway today, that would be amazing. That would be absolutely wunderbar. Even though I'm going to be on it for another. Oh, there's a trooper out there. There's a trooper indeed. Lights are on and blaring. I find if you cut juice with water, it's not as sweet, and it almost makes it better in a way. Because if it's like too sweet, it's like, come on, man. Ooh. The aftertaste is not good though, that's for sure. Maybe it needs more juice. It was almost too watered down. You know, it's watered down to a point where the juice almost tastes tart instead of sweet. Alright, 95 is getting some moving on action here. Let me turn on the AC here. Okay. '95 isn't terrible now. Now, at this point, not terrible, but slowdown's right here. The slowdown is right here, and hopefully this truck doesn't come into me, but he has this some hard braking there. There's one time there was a semi that had like a flatbed on it, and it braked so hard that the back wheels were skipping. They weren't skidding, they were like, oh man. AC is on right now. You guys probably wouldn't be able to tell though. Let me put it on the forward vent. Oh yeah. I know it's only spring right now, but it's starting to feel like something that sounds, you know, starts with S and ends with ummer, you know, and it's not a Hummer. Yeah. Okay, that's starting to get good right there. Ooh, this traffic though. No, no, no. No, no, no. Oh. That's almost 3, man. I gotta get to going here. Actually, it's pretty much 3 right now. 3. There it is. Here comes the motorcycle. Here comes the motorcycle. I think he did the equivalent of calling someone an idiot because I saw him go like, you know, I don't think his head was exploded. I don't think he was mind blown. You know, I think he was actually saying like, calling people, yeah. The thing with these motorcycles, right? They can do all the signage and stuff like that. They can do all the signage and stuff. But when it comes to getting signage back, they've gone down the road. There's no communicating with them unless you can do some hand signals before they come up to you. You know? And I wasn't attempting to throw up any gang signs, so yeah. I'm from the human race, alright? So don't get at me in the comments. Don't be net banging over here. Net gang banging. I'm pretty sure Ed Helms was the guy that played the Andy character off The Office. Not sure. They're just saying down here in Miami there's an Ed Helms Air Conditioning and Electric. And I'm just thinking it's Miami because we're in Miami area right now, but it could be a different part of Florida. I just know he has Florida plates on it, And we also have South Winds Construction, General Contractor, 954-424-2224. 954-424-2224. Someone likes fours and twos. That must be their number. Their number action. You know what? If it didn't have too many fours and twos right after one another, it's almost easy to memorize. 954-424-2224. So if you remember the four at the end of each combination of numbers, you could just remember the first two and then three. You know, it's like just remember 95, 95, 42, 222. Then put a four at the end of that. For South Winds General Construction Contractors. Okay, I'm pretty sure I passed up exit 6A about 2 miles ago, but looks like 6A is up ahead here. Got the Vice towing with the same format, the format as Miami Vice lettering. You know, kind of has this Times New Roman with the little highlight in the background. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Vice towing right here. What is amazing to me is how quickly a car can be towed. You know, it's almost like if you were to explain anything else that happens under a quick time period, right? A small duration. It happens quickly. What else happens in less than 10 seconds from, you know, start to stop? What else do you know that starts and stop on your life? So I see these Uber lights, right? And I thought perhaps that they were plugged into the car. But this guy just seems to have the Uber sign on his dashboard, and I don't see any plugs attached to it. So my next question is, how is it powered? Kind of want to ask him, but it looks like he has a passenger, you know. Could it be solar? Could it be quartz? Could it be nuclear powered? Nuclear powered sign. Put it down, that text can wait. Apparently they are cracking down on texters and drivers via the signs. It's always the first step, the signs of the towns. And then after that, they start cracking down in other ways. Do you know, mate, in Australia, right? If you're caught texting and driving, that could be an excessive fine over there. Excessive. When they told me the prices, I don't know what kind of money the Australians use, right? But I want to say that it's the equivalent of $350 if you got caught texting or using your phone, you know, anything other than the hands-free situation. If you're caught touching it, it's like, yeah, you have to fork over that money. In Australia, that's wild to me. But over here, they just have the signs for now. Put down the phone, the text can wait. I used to hold my phone in my hands as I drove. But that's very distracting. So now I have the tripod, like a full tripod set up in the car, and it's tied in. Sometimes it loosens up so the phone will like slide down, but you just have to tighten it up and clip it back in. And it seems to be in a decent place where it's not really blocking my vision. You know, not too much my vision. I have to like look over here. Hopefully it's covering someone's face so I don't have to make awkward eye contact. I just want to take this time to thank each and every one of you guys for joining me on this live journey, even though it may have been for 26 seconds. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for taking the time out of your day to join me on this wonderful journey I call life. You know, it may not always be fun to be stuck in traffic on the I-95 going northbound, but you know, we make the best of what we have here. And when I say we, I mean you and I, whoever is within the sound of my voice. Here I'm coming across exit 7, which is also the exit that you can use to take to get to the Holiday Inn. Now, I've been to many Holiday Inns down here in Florida, but something I must say is some would have like super cool vibes. You go in there, it's chill, and then others, just the vibes were, it's interesting. And vibes are all around us, guys. You're a vibe yourself. You know, whether you realize it or not, you are a vibe. What you see is a vibe, right? And people can feel vibes. There was this one time, I don't know why I was upset. Apparently when you're upset, you vibe differently, right? It's a different type of situation. You notice people treat you a different way. I know one time I was not necessarily upset, but just in a mood, right? Just like, I wish someone would say something. Sounds like a motorcycle's around. Anyways, kind of like in those moods, but apparently when I am in a certain way like that, and I say something that may be considered a joke to most people, but you say it in a deadpan way with all seriousness, it just has a certain effect on people. So I'd be up working customer service, not unkind to people, just saying, you know, relatively funny things just in a deadpan way. Like, a person may ask me like, hey, how's it going? It's like, well, could have used more sleep, you know, didn't have breakfast, but besides that, it's all good. And they're like, oh, you're so funny, sir, you're so funny. I was like, thank you, you know. I just lose it. I don't know if I was in any particular mood at this time. I probably had my Wheaties that morning and 8+ hours of sleep. But anyways, this lady came up to the counter and she had some sort of situation with her mouth, you know. She had some sort of condition where she spoke like this. She's like, hello, I love your sexy glasses. I was like, oh my, say that again but slower. And she's like, oh, I love your sexy glasses. I was like, yes please, and thank you. Thank you, ma'am. And then, you know, I put her tag on her bag, proceeded to give her a boarding pass if she didn't have it on the app, and she caught her plane, and I stayed there. That was that. But, you know, what could have been? What could have been? I recently heard some Dr. Umar, and if you've heard anything about the Umar, the doctor, any of the memes, it's a certain type of way of thinking. It's just he has a lot of interesting things that he says, you know. I guess in certain areas, hello please. How's it going, guys? So yeah, I got 2 exits till I get there. Yeah, so talking about Dr. Umar and his thoughts, you know, I don't know if homie had some bad experiences or if he's just done a little bit more extensive research than I have. I've done some firsthand research that I don't know if Umar will touch the surface of. You know, I'm not saying that I know more. I just know that I have different experiences, and perhaps for some of the things he may be right. He may perhaps be right on certain things. But I also know the responsibility I have in certain things, you know. I don't really have any excuses, you know. I take responsibility for my end of the deal. I made some agreements which I probably should have made, you know. But I will touch upon what he says. If you live with someone, there's less place to hide, and that's for sure. You live with someone, you can really start to see some of the colors. I don't know if all of them are true, but in time, the colors start to leak out. You know, the true ones, the truest ones that we have. and some of my colors I don't necessarily want coming out in that way, you know. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what this way. Anyone you know, you put them in a certain situation, they will kind of acquiesce to that. It's like the environment that you put someone or something in. You put a fish in a small bowl, maybe they'll shrink. Maybe they can't do it there, right? Maybe if you put that same fish or the twin sister fish in a large lake, maybe the fish will do different things. So that's kind of what I'm saying with the situation I was in. You're in a small place. Perhaps things are smaller. You go to a bigger place. Perhaps there is more room to grow. You know? Do you know? Okay, I have like 1 or 2 more exits before mine, so hopefully I can get over 1 or 2 lanes. So there's an on-ramp, which this person's using as like an off-ramp, and then you have this lane to the right here. Three 320, 317. Okay. So maybe add 17 to 18 minutes onto the car time. I still need to figure out how to do that to the minute changing, to the millisecond changing of time. All right, 135th Street. That's going to be in 1.5 mile. One 19th, 129th, 125th. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like some of these roads are like the main roads that go across the railroad tracks. Okay. So there's pockets of traffic and there's pockets without traffic. I heard this saying once, I don't know if it was a meme or a phrase, but you're not in traffic, you are the traffic. And when you think about the grand traffic of the grand scheme of things, it kind of makes sense. You are not in it, you are it. That can probably be applied to many other things as well. You are not in it, you are it. Alright, I see the first sign specifically for my exit. Get the 916 on it. Represent. Since there's a lull in traffic, I just want to take this time again to thank each and every one of you guys for joining me on this journey we call life here. This has been a wonderful journey today, and I appreciate you guys for joining me. All right. Is it half a mile? It looks like it. Okay. Soon it will be high time to hightail it back to where I just came from. This truck has deliver service on the back with the yellow highlighter on the outside and purple in the middle of the words. And it says, too big to fit in your car, delivery service and moving jobs. I should probably get some straps if I don't have any already. I could do the same thing they're doing, but just have it on the outside of the car. You know, the outside of the car. Okay. See if I can get over without someone just totally clipping me off here. Clipping me off. Max speed limit 60, minimum speed limit 40. This is sleeping. It's like a reset. So you like go to sleep. You don't necessarily know you're asleep unless you're like dreaming or something, right? Or maybe you don't know you're sleeping at all. And then you just like wake up and it's back to normal. It's kind of like how it is with the live. You don't know
At the light, turn right onto Northwest 135th Street.
You don't necessarily know how long I've been off the live here. Let's see. And we're back. Pretty cool. Pretty cool how once you're in the live playback, it'll just go to the next thing. Alright, we have a line of cars, no blinkers, so they must be going straight. That's what I'm thinking.
Take the next right onto Northeast 2nd Avenue, then turn right onto Northeast 134th Street. At the light, turn right onto Memorial Highway. In a quarter mile, turn right onto Northeast 5th Avenue.
Can you guys hear that? Can you guys hear the directions? Alright, we have a church or something over here. I'm gonna say it's probably a, what do they call it? A nursing home? Assisted living. Assisted living.
Take the next right onto Northeast 5th Avenue.
You see all these nurse looking folk. I hear a chopper.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Northeast 6th Avenue.
Looks like an R44 from Compton, California. If you know, you know. $9.15 south. Could that work? That could probably work. Oh no, I don't know how many times I've taken the 9.15
At the light,
south.
turn right onto Northeast 6th Avenue.
That's the equivalent of the 6th. The 6th Avenue. I think this guy was pressing the button. He is. Oh. Interesting.
In 600 feet, turn right onto Northeast 7th Avenue.
It would be hilarious if the buttons for the traffic change for like the pedestrian thing was like a...
At the light, turn right onto Northeast 7th Avenue.
Now there's Northeast 7th. What's interesting is I haven't even made it to Ocean. I haven't made it to Collins. Barely made it onto the A1A. That's crazy. It's one of those days, I guess. One of those days, I guess. It may not be a spring break this time, guys. It may not be. Holy Cross Lutheran Church and Christian Day School, Lenten worship, Lenten worship. Interesting. Yeah, this GPS is telling me every which way.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Northeast 9th Avenue.
Northeast north.
At the light, turn right onto Northeast 9th Avenue.